Do we have to start recording or something? Can I start?
Started 2 minutes.
What they're doing, Spirit?
Yeah, you can start, Mataji. Live will be starting.
Okay. So thank you all very much for joining. Let's start with the Mangala Charan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Chaitanyamanoਭीष्टं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले कृपे भक्तिवेदान्तामिति सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद यद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Okay, so welcome to another session of the story time of the Govinda summer camp classes. So kids, I've been seeing how you are all participating so well in all the classes, and you have learned a lot of things in this summer camp. You have listened to classes about the importance of cleanliness, the importance of keeping your body healthy, the importance of following Ekadashi, the importance of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and many more classes you have attended. And today we are going to cover another important topic about the power of God's will and the importance of remaining positive in difficult situations. And yesterday in the story time, we saw that how in Kali Yuga, we have so many unexpected problems, unimaginable problems, and each one of us are facing these problems. And if we are going to get disturbed, and if we are going to get tensed for every situation, then it is going to affect our body, mind, and also our spiritual practices. So it is very important for us to remain optimistic or to remain positive in all the challenging situations. So that way it is going to keep our mind stable. We can be more stronger and overcome the problem easily. We can be peaceful, and it is also going to keep our body healthy because our mind and body are related. If we are tensed in the mind, it is going to show up on the body. And if we don't keep our body healthy, it will reflect on our mind. So it's very important for our health also. And Krishna is not going to give any excuses for not doing spiritual practices. So whatever difficult situation it is, we have to continue so that we are able to. So let's start understanding of how we can feel God's presence. So we are going to see how we can perceive God's unseen hands in our lives. Okay, so the first question is, how do we feel God's presence? We have an understanding that generally God is not physically visible to our eyes, and there is a class of people called as atheists. So what is the philosophy of atheists? Atheists, they say that because we are not able to see God physically with our eyes, that there is no God, and they think that they can achieve anything and everything just by desiring and by performing some actions. So these are some questions that we are going to address today. We are going to analyze. The first one is our actions stronger or God's plans? And will our faith on God alone get our work done? And how much can we change with our actions? So the first story that we're going to see is about the king and the minister. Some of the stories and examples that we are going to see may be familiar to some of you, but we have to take the essence and understand how we have to act. Okay, so the first story is about the king and the minister. So there was a king who was a very just and very kind-hearted person, and he was a very nice king to the citizens. But he had one shortcoming, which is he was very short-tempered. And he also believed that everything happened according to our actions. And he had a very faithful minister who had a different point of view. So the minister's point of view was that everything is happening according to God's will. And whatever God does to us, it is for the best of our, it is for our good. And so we have to understand that God has a purpose or a plan behind everything. So the minister and the king, they were very good friends. In spite of all these differences, they were very good friends. Okay? So once what happened is that the king, he went on a hunting spree. He wanted to hunt all the wild beasts, kill them, because he wanted to save his citizens from all these wild beasts. So that was the purpose of hunting in those days. The kings used to go hunting. So he went hunting with his minister and a few of his soldiers. And in an enthusiasm, he went a little ahead. And then just then a cobra slithered from the thickets of the forest. And then it was throwing poison. And seeing that, the horse became extremely agitated and the horse started jumping. And because of that jumping, the king fell down. The horse threw the king down. And the king landed just right beside the cobra. And then with no hesitation, the cobra just bit the king on his thumb of the left hand. And then it just slithered back into the forest. Now the king, of course, in those days, there wasn't any hospitals or anything. And even to get any treatment done, he had to go out of the forest, which was a very long way. And he knew that if he had to wait, then he's going to die. So without any hesitation, that he knew that if he had to save himself, he had to cut that finger. So he took the sword right away and then cut off that part of the thumb. And then the minister who was watching all this felt very bad. But anyway, things have happened. So he was putting bandage for the king's hand. And then he consoled the king with good words, saying that, you know, whatever is happening is by the mercy of God, and take it as part of his plan. Everything happens according to God's will. But the king was very short-tempered, and his philosophy was not even to believe that everything happens according to the will of God. So he got extremely enraged. He was very angry. And he was thinking that this minister was so foolish that I have lost a part of my body, and this minister is telling that everything is part of God's plan and everything happens according to his will. So he got extremely angry and he told his soldiers, take this foolish minister back to the kingdom and put him into the dungeon. He doesn't even know what to talk and he's enraging me. And so soon after that, the soldiers took the minister back and then they cast him into the dungeon. But the king was very persistent to continue on his journey of hunting. So he continued his journey alone into the forest. And then what happened? A group of bandits came that way, and then they saw the king alone. And having seen this king alone, they captured him because they were a class of people who were like tribal and who were worshippers of goddess Kali, who is, of course, goddess Durga. But they believed, that wasn't true, but they believed that goddess Kali will be pleased if they offer a human in sacrifice. So they captured the king thinking that they can offer him, sacrifice him to goddess Kali. And they dressed him up, they bathed him, they dressed him up, and they brought him in front of goddess Kali. And they were almost about to cut off his head when the king of the bandits, he saw that one hand, the one part of the finger was missing. So then he noticed that and he said, no, goddess Kali will not be pleased if we sacrifice an incomplete human. So he asked for the king to be released, and then he wanted to find another human to sacrifice. So that way the king's life was saved. And the king was really happy to be released, and he ran straight back to his kingdom. Of course, he drove back to his kingdom on the horse, and he went straight to the place where the minister was put into the dungeon, and he released the minister and immediately apologized to him. And he said that he understood how, because of losing a part of the finger, he was able to save his life. God saved his life. So then he understands that, and then he starts wondering, I can understand how God saved me, but how can you see that you have been put into the dungeon? How can you see that positively? How can you understand that that was good for you? And then with no hesitation, the minister with a smile says that if I had been with you, if you had not put me to the dungeon, if I had been with you, then the bandits would have caught me. And because my body was complete and no part was cut, they would have offered me in sacrifice to Goddess Kali. So by putting me into the dungeon, you have saved my life. And so then the king understands that, how everything is happening according to God's will and not just by our desiring. And so then he hugs his minister. Okay, so this story clearly proves to us how God's will works on our life. And there's another story which is also somewhat related. This is about a traveler who was going on a journey to his uncle's place. His name was Ramu. And when he traveled, it was a very hot day in summer. So when he was traveling, they used to walk by foot in those days. So he was walking with an umbrella and a bag, and then he saw this huge banyan tree with all the roots coming down, and he saw how much of shade it was giving. So because it was very hot, he wanted to stop for a while and he wanted to rest under this tree. And when he sat down under the tree, he saw that the tree had very small fruits. And then he starts wondering that such a huge tree it is, and it has such small fruits. And he just compares it with the pumpkin patch in his garden. And then he thinks that, see, in my garden, this pumpkin, the creeper is so slender and so thin, but the pumpkin is so big. But this huge banyan tree is so big, but the fruits are so small. What a mismatch, the design is not proper. The huge tree should have huge fruits or vegetables, and the small slender trees should have very small fruits. So I think God has made a mistake in creating these small fruits on the banyan tree. So then he's wondering like that, and then in his tiredness, he lies down and then eventually falls asleep. And then the wind starts blowing harder, and then there's a huge storm, and it's blowing off the fruits from the tree. It's shaking the trees, branches and leaves, and the leaves are falling, and then the fruits are falling, and suddenly a bunch of fruits fall on the traveler's face, on the head. It lands exactly on the head, and then he wakes up with a shock, and then he realizes that, oh my God, if only these fruits had been very big, it could have hurt me so badly. I could have even lost my life if a big fruit had fallen on my head, like a coconut or something which was hard. So then he realizes that, God has created this banyan tree in order to provide shade. And if people come and sleep under the banyan tree, they shouldn't get hurt. So this is a perfect plan. How God has made this perfect plan of keeping these small fruits in the huge tree. It has a plan or a purpose. So then he understands that God has a purpose or plan behind everything. And then he thanks God very, very much for saving his life. So from these two stories, we understand that God has a purpose or a plan behind everything. And from the first story, we also understand that the will of God is more powerful than our actions. Now, having said that, some people may have these questions that, okay, if the will of God is more powerful than our actions, then why perform actions at all? Why should we even do anything? Or even if we do any action, why should we analyze whether it is good or bad, whether it is right or wrong? Then that is the mentality of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was a very interesting character from the Mahabharata. He was the king of Hastinapura. He was the elder brother of King Pandu, and also the father of Duryodhana, the uncle of the great Pandavas. And he was in a philosophy, and he believed that whatever is happening is due to fate or destiny. So he used to blame fate for everything. He did not want to take responsibility for his actions. And there were so many people beside him giving him good advice, like Vidura and Bhishma, and so many other people who advised him that he should not be unjust. He should not do this injustice to the Pandavas. But he did not want to take the trouble to think what is good or bad. So that is like shunning away responsibility or shunning away misdeeds. He is covering his mistake by blaming destiny for everything. And that's one extreme. And the other extreme is the point of view of Ravana, that he was a perfect atheist. That although so many people told him about the power of Lord Ram, Shurpanaka had told him, and also Maricha had told him the power of Lord Ram, but he had the audacity to, capture Mother Sita, and also he was constantly devising many plans to defeat Lord Ram. Even when Lord Ram comes to Lanka to fight with Ravana, he sends all his spies to know about Lord Ram's plan, and he also wanted to kill Lord Ram. He sends Ahiravan and Mahiravan to capture Ram and Lakshman. They take him to Patala. Finally, Hanuman goes and rescues them, and then Rama kills Ahiravan and Mahiravan and comes back. And also he sends Kalanemi in order to stop Hanuman from bringing the Sanjeevani mountain. If Hanuman had not brought the Sanjeevani mountain in time, they couldn't have saved Lakshmana. So he sent Kalanemi to trick Hanuman to believe that he was a devotee of Lord Ram. But Hanuman eventually understands that Kalanemi was not a good person, and he kills him, and he gets the Sanjeevani mountain in time. So like that, continuously, he keeps on devising plans. He doesn't stop acting. He believes that his actions will give him the desired result. So he does not acknowledge the supreme power, that the supreme power can always reject or overrule our desires or actions, that he does not acknowledge that fact. So that is one extreme, Dhritarashtra, who blames destiny for everything. This is another extreme, who believes, Ravana, who believes that his actions will give whatever he wants. But we have to have a balanced outlook. We should neither blame anybody, or we should not take we should not believe that our actions alone is enough to achieve something. We should have the balanced outlook of what Bhagavad Gita teaches. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturbhur ma te sangotsva karmani. That do your duty and leave the result to Krishna. We can say to Krishna that, Krishna, I'm doing my best to help myself and others around me. If you so desire, let it give a good result, or let it give a result that I want. So it is up to Krishna. And now here we see an example of how a person, he thought that his endeavor alone is enough, but finally surrenders to God and God helps him. We know about the famous story of Gajendra from the Srimad Bhagavatam, that how he fought for thousands of years with the crocodile when it caught his leg when he went to take bath in the river with his family and friends. But he fought for so many years, he thought that he could free himself, but because he was very powerful. But he could not save himself, neither could anybody else save him. And so finally he surrenders to the Supreme Lord with faith, and he gave a series of prayers to the Supreme Lord, and Lord Vishnu comes on his carrier Garuda to protect and save Gajendra from the crocodile. So we see that if Krishna wants to protect, nobody can harm that person. And if Krishna doesn't want to save somebody, nobody can save him. So it is completely up to Krishna. Krishna knows what to give us. He gave so much of wealth to Sudama. Sudama was such a simple and simple-hearted Brahmana who was in utter poverty. But he gave so much of wealth even without Sudama asking him anything. And even after getting that wealth, Sudama was not bewildered. He was not proud. He was still simple-hearted. He remained simple. So he knows what to give to whom. And we should have the complete faith that whatever Krishna gives us is for our good. And Sudama's story also proves that if we have complete faith on the Supreme Lord, he will give us what we deserve even without our asking. But that is, of course, on a higher level. But whatever desires we have, we can always ask Krishna. We can submit our prayers. Prayers can do wonders. it can really melt Krishna's heart, and he will definitely answer our prayers if it is for our good. And so it is very important for us to see the positive side of God's will, or to remain optimistic. And we can conclude by saying that God has a plan or a purpose behind everything. Of course, we have to try to give our best efforts. We should not remain without acting. Even in a difficult situation, we cannot say that, okay, God wants to let him protect. We have to be careful. We have to do our best to save ourselves. We have to give our best to perform actions, which is good for us and for others around us. But we have to pray for the mercy of the Lord, that we can say that if Krishna, you desire, you please give this result. And if Krishna does not think that it is good for us, if Krishna thinks that it's not going to help us, he may not give the result that we want, but we should still be able to accept it. If we do not get the desired result, we should not get upset and think that that's the end of it. We have to learn to see it positively, understanding that maybe God has a better plan for me. That there's a famous saying that if God closes one door, he opens another door. So we never know what God has for us. He will but we have to trust that he will do the best for us. And as I said before, prayers can do wonders. Sincere prayer really attracts the Supreme Lord. So if we sincerely pray, if it is going to be beneficial to us, Krishna will definitely change the course of action, and he will always do the good for us. We have to have the complete faith for that. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say about that. I have a question for you. Mataji, if you can unmute the kids. I have a question. The question is that we are right now in the situation of coronavirus, and we are seeing that how it is killing people, how it is really causing so much of trouble. So many people are suffering, and many people are also they're also kind of in fear that anytime this may affect me. So how do we see the positive side of God's plan of sending the coronavirus? Does anybody have any answers for that?
Samrat, can you answer? Samrat has raised hand.
So like maybe like God made coronavirus, so like some bad people may get it, and like then they'll become God's devotees or something like that.
Yes, very nice. So this point of view that people are becoming more God conscious, they are understanding the power of God. Very nice. Any other answer?
Moksha, you want to answer? Moksha?
I think God just wants us to know that even though there's like this virus, even though there's a problem, we can still protect ourselves by staying safe, and we always need to know that God is making us learn a lesson.
Yes, thank you so much. So this is also another perspective that he's teaching us so many lessons through this. That one lesson is that we are learning to be more clean. He is teaching us clean habits. Everybody is becoming more conscious of washing hands and to be more cleaner. And also it is teaching a lesson to humanity in general that unnecessarily we should not kill animals. We should not it all started from bats. So how the Chinese they ate bat. So it is also teaching us lessons, different lessons to humanity. Very good. Any other answers?
Gautam can answer.
Maybe since like Kali Yuga is going to have a lot of problems, maybe coronavirus is one of the big problems.
Yes, it is of course teaching us that we have to be more God conscious, and we are also prone to having, it's not a very pleasant place to be in. Yeah, thank you for answering that, Gautam. Any other?
This is Keshav. So I was saying that people like
nature is getting revenge on humanity because we're attacking and killing animals, and that I know that I will give you proof because all the dolphins are coming back in channels in Italy, and all different and in India the blue cows are coming back, and all the animals are coming back.
Yeah.
And because we're setting fire and deforesting the Amazon rainforest, that's why nature sent this through one of bats, one of its own animals.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, that's also a positive side of it, that the animals and the humans, they need to know their limits. They should not cross their limits too much. Don't industrialize everything too much, or too much of pollution that the animals could not come out. Thank you so much, Keshav. So we are learning.
This is Bhima. Can I tell a reason? Because everyone is doing what they want. Krishna was trying to teach a lesson, and it's reflecting on our past karma. For example, we ate meat, right? It reflected on it. We did a lot of bad stuff, right? It reflected on it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Mataji, Ashutosh and Ani has questions, so I'm unmuting Ashutosh and Ani.
Yes.
I just wanted to say that in a verse, I think it's Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya. Krishna said that millennium after millennium, I'll come down to millennium after millennium to eliminate, no, not eliminate, but take care of the bad doers, and I'll give liberation to the good people. So I think that's what's happening over here.
Yeah, that's.
And Mataji, I have another answer, because for it helps people to get more Krishna conscious.
Very nice. See, all these classes that we are attending, so many lessons that we are learning, so many Krishna Katha, we are associating so much, which we couldn't have imagined otherwise. So it's given a good opening for us. Thank you so much for all that.
Yeah,
Does
also,
anybody have any questions?
I have a little comment.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, so maybe God is training us for something even bigger than COVID.
Wow.
That's
another perspective. Yeah.
I'm unmuted.
Thank you so much. Anybody, any other questions? Does anybody have any questions? Mataji, can you unmute? Yes, Moksha, please go ahead.
Moksha. Second, Mataji will see who's there. Yes, Kushi.
As we're wasting the fuel, God taught us a lesson.
Yeah, wastage of fuel. Yes.
Kushi wanted to say something. Kushi.
It's just an answer to the question that you just said.
Okay, go ahead.
So the question was, why does this coronavirus came, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because God wants the bad people to get their karma, like their bad deeds on, and if it's time for the good people to go to heavenly abode.
Okay, that's a nice answer, but not that all the people who are dying are just bad. As Ashutosh was saying, it is also to give liberation to some people, as in Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya. So thank you, but very nice answers, very interesting sessions.
There's
Yes.
Maithili wants to say something.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So, the question you asked why COVID came, it was because so Prabhupada said that Krishna conscious, since he spread Krishna conscious to so many places on earth, so the same thing would happen, and there would be something more bigger that would make more people come to Krishna consciousness. And so it's this COVID which is like it's more people are at home, they're not doing anything, so more people are coming to Krishna consciousness, learning, like the summer camp, so many people have joined and they're learning about pastimes of Krishna.
It's very nice. Yes, everybody's other activities has reduced and they're focusing more on Krishna now. Very nice. Thank you so much, Maithili.
Mataji, I have another reason for COVID. The COVID reason is for like everybody is everybody is like just going around eating meat. They might get scared at the same time. After getting scared, some people might have heard of the ISKCON thing, and more people would join the class, and I think more adults will also join the class.
Yeah, wonderful. You're all very good preachers from this age. So keep up with all the good thinking and the answers. That's a very nice thinking as well, that they will stop meat eating and they would turn towards ISKCON. If they had come across it before, they will give a thought to it. Thank you so much, kids.
Screen share.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Yeah.
Wonderful session. And kids, you can send your questions or answers if you want. You can send it in the group, okay? So Mataji can see to it.
Yes, please send if you have any questions. I can answer in the group. Thank you so much, kids, for participating so well and giving such good answers. Thank you.
Mataji. Wonderful session. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, so everybody, yeah. Yeah, Mataji, you can stop the share slide. Yeah, thank you. So everybody, are you ready to make something with your again sieving project?
Yes.
How many? You have your needle and your thread with you?
Yes.
See a needle. Oh, I put a needle in my thread. Where it went? 1 second. I will see where my needle went. Is my needle? Okay, my needle and my thread is come out. Okay, see to it that you first have your thread and your needle with you. Get a needle. It should be over there in that room. So see to it that you have your thread and your needle, and then we will keep the needle aside, okay? Because first I will tell you what we are going to do. See, I put the needle in my thread, and now to keep it safe, I have like this. You can keep anything and you can put this thread and we can keep it aside so that we do not miss the needle or the needle does not poke us. Okay, so now thanks to you all, because to show you something, I myself made a dress again. Okay, now I want you all to show me what all things do you have. You have either you have a cloth or you have a ribbon. What all do you have? See, this is a dress which I made for Bal Gopal. So I will look at what things you have and accordingly we can do it. See, this is a dress which is made. What I will do is I want to show you. So I am asking Bal Gopal to take his dress off. And then we can make a nice dress for Bal Gopal like this. Okay. Okay, you have cloth. Okay, anybody has a, yes, it should be over there. You can see it in your room or in this. If you have a ribbon like this, does anybody have a ribbon like this? Yes, ribbon is there. Atharva has a ribbon. Lipika has a ribbon, right? Yes. And very good. Riddhika also. Okay, Riddhika. That also is good. What is Satvik? What are you showing me? You know what, Satvik? I think the back which is there behind, that is making it all dissolve. I cannot see anything. Okay, who else had? Show me. Okay, very good, Nitya. Is that a ribbon or something?
Mataji, when you're seeing kids, can you also spot them so we all can see what you're seeing?
Okay, what do? I should spot kid means I should just click on their name.
And click on the name spotlight. It's there. It says option is there.
Press that 3 buttons.
Okay. Spotlight video, it says. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that what you are seeing, we'll also see that.
Okay. This is stop video.
No, that's
Spotlight video.
video.
Okay. Tanvi has. Tanvi, can you show us? Very good. Tanvi has. Very good. And who else has? Maithili. Okay. Maithili has a cloth, is it, or a ribbon? It's a cloth. Okay. Okay. So I'll show you with both methods. Okay. Khushi also has. Khushi has. Okay. Okay. Very good, Khushi. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to. We will start. Okay. Where am I? Okay. Okay. Yes. You can help me. Come here. You can help me with the same. With the same thing, you can do it.
How am I supposed to do that?
You can sit. So now what we are doing is first I will show it with the ribbon. Okay. The ribbon is the best to make because you know what? Our Bal Gopals are very tiny, right? Small. So see, once I had made a dress like this, but it became a huge dress. And it is good because this is a summer dress. So it was good. But then if you make it like this, it just fits right perfect for your Bal Gopal. Okay. If you have a big Bal Gopal, then that dress is good. So it is a very easy way to do it. What you're going to do is this ribbon is stiff. Those who do not have a ribbon, I'm going to tell you with the other things also. Okay. So don't worry about it. So what are we going to do is we have this ribbon and you make a fan, right? Like that only we are going to keep on making a fan. See, that means just put pleats. One pleat like this, then another pleat over it. You make a fan, right? So like that only we have to make it. See, it should be like this. I'll show you again. Take another ribbon and start making it. Ashutosh, there's a ribbon over there.
Where?
Ribbon. See, just start making a
This.
no, like this only. It is over here. See, check for over here. I have a big ribbon. Okay, see, just keep it over each other. Just start making over each other. Because we have made a asan for a Bal Gopal, then we made a turban, right? So now we will make a dress. So just go on putting the ribbon like this, one above the other, one above the other. Yes. No, go check for the ribbon over here somewhere. Go take another ribbon then. There's another ribbon over there. You can make another dress. See? Okay, can you all show me whoever has a ribbon what they are doing? So whoever has a ribbon, go on making like this. You know what? You can take the ribbon length to be around 20 inches. Okay. And don't worry, the ribbon always comes back. So we can take the ribbon's length around 20 inches. Okay. Take 20 inches and then दुसरी पण आहे तिकडे. पण मी हे पण आणला नाही इथे. Ashutosh, just check over here. Check over here if it is there because I got that whole roll. See, after 20, then I will just cut the ribbon over here. So I have my 20 inches ribbon. Those who are having the ribbon, just go on making the fan. For those who do not have the ribbon, don't worry. What you are going to do, take a length, measuring tape or a ruler. Do it with this, Ashutosh. This is good.
It's too small.
I'll put another ribbon to it. Okay, then what you do is take a tape or a ruler and again measure 20 inches. Not centimeters, okay? Inches. So now over here, see, I have this much cloth which is 20 inches. You can unmute and ask question if you want. 20 inches and the height is going to be, if you want to have 2 inches or 3 inches, 3 inches should be good. Keep 3 inches as the height. Very good, Mataji, very good. Now what we are not going to put a fan one above the other, Mataji. What are we going to do is, when we put the fan, we are going to stitch it. So we want it overlapping one above the other, one above the other. See, when we are making it, we are going to have it like this. That means it should go on expanding like this. Okay.
Mataji, can you put yourself on spotlight? We can't see you.
Yes, I am on spotlight. I am on spotlight. Can you see me? See, when you are making...
No, Mataji.
No, I am on spotlight.
We can see Mataji. Maybe your screen has a problem.
See, when you are making it with the ribbon, you are making a fan. But see, when we make a fan like this, when we made, remember, we are going to separate it out. That means one above the other we are doing it. So it should come like this. Very good. No. Do it one above the other. See? So then, start doing it. See?
Where do I start?
Can you show me all? One above the other means it is going to come in a line like this. Khushi, you're not doing anything? Yeah, so see, it has to come one above the other like this, and then it has to expand like this.
Mataji, what do you have to do with the cloth?
Yeah, cloth one I'm showing. Okay, so first we will cut that. How much you're cutting is 20 inches. And then on the height, it is going to be around 2.5 or 2 inches. So now I will cut it and I will keep it ready. Okay, see, I'm cutting the cloth. Yeah, you can make with that, Ashutosh.
How much? Where do I stop?
No, that it is there. See, take this and do it. Take this and do it. Okay, see, now this is my cloth. Those who do not have a ribbon, do not worry. We have a cloth. Only the thing with cloth is we will have to put a little bit more efforts to it. What we have to do? See, this ribbon which we have, it already has these sides which are there are hemmed. Okay, it are already, there are no fibers coming out of it.
Okay.
But when we have a cloth, we have to see that one end has to be sealed. So we are going to put another satin ribbon over it. You can have any color satin ribbon. If you feel you have glue, which is going to be very nice, you can glue it, or you can just put a stitch this to it. Stitching is more easy because just the stitch which we showed, that is also going to be good enough for this.
Auntie.
Hare Krishna Mataji, what is this called?
What is it? What is it called? Mean this one? This is Bal Gopal's dress that
No,
we are
what are we making?
We are making Bal Gopal's dress.
Mataji, I have a question.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji, what are we doing?
We are making Bal Gopal's dress.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes.
For the ribbon, do you cut the 20 inches or not?
The ribbon, we have to cut it into 20 inches in length. And according to the height, we have to cut around 2.5 or 3 inches.
No.
Yes, sir. Suchitra, I can see your. Can you show me, Suchitra? Very good. Is that 20 or that is too long?
It's 20, Mataji.
Are you sure? See, mine is.
Yeah. Oh, okay, Mataji.
Mataji,
Mataji,
I have big bal gopal. A little
Is
big.
it?
I have a little big bal gopal.
Little big Bal Gopal. Can you show me your cloth? Who is it?
Vrinda and Mukunda.
Okay, Vrinda Mukunda, which is your, show me what you have.
Mataji, can you repeat the instructions?
Yes. Ujjwal Nitai, very good. You have it is that as a, 1 second, huh? I will just.
Mataji, is it will work?
Yes, yes, that's a ribbon. That is perfect. Okay. So what you can do is, Ujjwal Nitai, just see, take this ribbon and start pleating it like this. Put one pleat like this, okay? And then you should have like this. You see this?
Mataji, can I use this? Yes.
Can you see
Okay.
it, Mataji?
Who is it?
Mataji, this is Karthik. Can I use this?
Show me, okay. Karthik, where is Karthik? Karthik, yes, yes, yes. Perfect, Karthik. Same like that also. You have to just go on making pleats like this, okay? One above the other, one above the other. You can keep it on a flat surface and make it. Yes. Now for those who have a cloth, what are we going to do is, we will take any ribbon. Now because I made the, See, what I can do is I can keep this, or I'm going to make the same one because I have two Bal Gopal. So I already made one dress with
It's already 20 Dhamma is, don't worry.
So now I have a satin ribbon, and this satin ribbon I am going to stitch onto this cloth. See, what I do is, you remember the stitch which we learned? Take it up.
This is my cloth.
Who is this? Let me see. Who is it?
Vrinda and Mukunda.
Vrinda Mukunda, that is very big, Vrinda Mukunda.
Yes.
Mataji, is this okay?
You need just see like this. You need Vrinda Mukunda. You just need like this. Only 2.5 inches in height and only 20 inches in the length.
And these are like this. My
Mataji, Mataji.
So it's all the 20 inches.
What's the first step, Mataji?
Now, first step is, if you do you have a ribbon or do you have a cloth?
I have a ribbon.
Okay, then if you have a ribbon, then go on pleating it like this. See, one pleat and then do it like this. Then,
Mataji, my Bal Gopal is big.
how big?
Like this much.
Then you can take again, you can take 25 inches big, and you can take the 4 inches big, 4 inches in the height.
Mataji, this.
Mataji, what do you do after pleating the ribbon?
Yeah, after pleating with the ribbon, 1 second, let me tell me those who have the cloth with them, okay? So those who have the cloth with them, do you have a satin ribbon with you?
Same size, everything. You're doing less.
If you have a satin ribbon, those who have a cloth, you need to just seal the sides. So take a satin ribbon and then start stitching it till the end. Can you do that?
Mataji.
Bhakti, very nice, Bhakti.
Mataji, can you show your hand?
Oh no, Bhakti, no. This is Mataji. Yes. Yes, Mataji. Go ahead.
The width, how much should be the width for the cloth?
The width for the cloth, the 2.5, 3 is good, Mataji. 2.5 is good but I do not want the kids to get confused. So 3 is good.
Mataji, I have a question.
Yeah, first one second. So those who have a cloth, and if you have a satin ribbon, start with your normal stitch. Just put it till this end. Okay.
Mataji, I have a question. Mataji, how do you do the stitching? How do you
the normal stitching which I told you? Do that. Yes.
No,
who had a question?
What do you do after pleating, Mataji?
Mataji, do you do the pleating from all the way to the bottom?
Yes, from the top to the bottom. Okay, those who have a ribbon, I'm going to show you what to do after that.
Mataji, is it fine? Mataji.
Yes.
Is it 20 centimeters?
20. Wait, 20 inches, right?
Mataji, is this fine?
Who is this?
My name is Bangladesh, and that's the name for it.
Who is showing me? Show me. Krishna Priya.
Yes.
You have to.
Mataji, is this good?
To spread it out. See, spread it out like this. What you all have done is, you have put it one above the other like this, and you have made a fan. But what we have to do is, see, like this we have to do. On the sides, go on extending it like this.
We have to use the
Okay.
Mataji.
First look at this. Yes, Kushi. Now I'll tell you what to do. See. First, what we are doing. Listen first. See, when you are going to pleat this should be like this. See, it should frill up like this, just like you have your skirts which frills up. Right? Okay. Yes, Kushi. So when you do this now, what we have to do? If I remove my hand, this is going to come out like this. So now I will take my needle. Yes, Kushi. Now take a needle and we will start stitching it. See, what we are going to do is,
Mataji,
yes,
Mine is like this. I tried doing what you were doing, but then it's like I tried it, but then it's coming back to this.
yeah. So what we will do is, we will do one thing at a time. See, what we are going to do is, see,
Mataji, we already stitched it.
very good. See, Krishna Priya, what are we doing is, see, when we have, can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah. So what are we going to do it? We are going to take this needle and start stitching it so that it will not fall back again. Okay?
You Papa
So just see what I'm doing now.
the
Yes.
whole thing. Mataji,
Yes.
do we have to fold it all the way?
Fold it all the way and then go on stitching it.
Well, wow, it's so
Well,
nice.
we have to go on stitching
I'm
it
done
also.
speaking.
Mataji, is this
What
good?
is this?
Mataji, is this good?
Ujjwal, Nitai, you have made it one above the other. We want to make it in a line.
Mataji, is this good?
Who is this?
Anisha.
Anisha, let me see.
What?
Anisha, where are you?
Anisha and Anika.
Yeah, very good. Very good. That is also good. Yeah. So now, but let me finish this part. And then yes.
Can you repeat the steps with the ribbon?
Yeah, see, with the ribbon, I'm stitching this now. One pleat, and then I put my needle through it and I fix that pleat. Then I put another pleat. Then I put another plate and I put another needle through it. Then one more plate, and then I put another needle through it. Okay.
They're making a dress for Mala Gopal.
Yeah.
But I can't.
See. Now I'm coming to the end of this. I'm coming to the
Here, ribbon or cloth. Where did your bubble come?
Okay, kids, listen.
Do you have it in your mouth?
Not one on top of other.
Mataji, can you show me from the beginning?
Yeah, see, take a cloth or take a ribbon and start making frills to it. Frills or pleats, whatever you call it. Okay, and then take a needle and start fixing it up. Yeah, and then start fixing it up. Fixing means what? Just put the needle in and out. Put the needle in and out. I'll show you what happens at the end now. 1 second, Ashutosh.
Mataji, is this?
1 second. Now I will show you how I've come. See, I just stitched this, and when I move this rope, this around, it becomes a round circle like this. Can you see this? Did you get it?
Yes.
You have to put it one above the other, and then you have to spread it out, and then we have to stitch it. Just one stitch is also good. See, at this end later on you can put some velcro or something, but now we are just going to leave it like this. Everybody got till this step? Those who had the cloth with you, show me what have you done.
Mataji,
Mataji, can you show me the completed fan again?
Wonderful. Yes?
Can you show me the completed fan again?
Yes, 1 second. Huh? See, this is the completed fan and this is the completed dress.
No.
Okay? So this is the completed fan. That means the skirt of our Bal Gopal is done. Okay.
Mataji, is this good?
Yes. Now just go on stitching it. See? Now the skirt of Bal Gopal is done. Okay? And it is summertime. Remember, it is summertime. So what I have done is, just take the ribbon again. If you do not have a ribbon like this, just take your satin ribbon. Okay, listen. Just take the satin ribbon, or okay, I'm going to take a satin ribbon only because I do not want you to.
Market stitch.
Let me see what you all are doing. Sri Lakshmi.
Mataji, what do you do after you...
After that, just take a small ribbon. After just take a small ribbon, or the same ribbon which you are taking, that is also good. Just take 4 inches. Just take 4 inches of the ribbon, and then we
Mataji,
yes.
is
Yes.
it like this?
Who is it?
It's me, Satvik.
Satvik. Okay, Satvik, I cannot see you. Let me see Satvik where he is. Yes, Satvik, show me. Where are you? How do I see Satvik? Yeah, where is Satvik? Yes, Satvik.
Yeah, spotted Mataji.
But you have to stitch that also. We're not making a fan for Balgopal. We have to stitch that also, right? So where is the stitching? Do you have a needle with you?
Mataji, I don't have a Balgopal.
Oh, then do you want to make it? Okay, now listen, what am I doing now? See, then I have a ribbon. Which I am going to put at one end. See, just anywhere you can do it and just stitch it over there. Just 2 or 3 knots and that it gets fixed. Okay. Done. Then what am I going to do is, okay, kids, just listen to this, okay? See, one end I had, and to the other end I am going to just fold this, so it will look like this. So then I am again going to go down and stitch it over there. So
Then I have to do this whole thing like this. No.
did you get it? Just
Can you start over?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll just fix this up and I will show you. Okay. See, on one end and the other end. That's it.
Mataji, when I fold it, it keeps popping out.
Yeah, it should be like this. It should be as if a hook. See, because we are making a summer dress. See, look over here what we did. To one end which is there, the ribbon will come to one end, and in the middle, in front of Bal Gopal's face, it will come. So see, when my Bal Gopal comes in, what do? I just have his hand inside and the skirt on the base. See, so it just looks as if Bal Gopal is taking a pancha or a shela, what we say, right? Varna. He's taking it like this, and then the frills are like this. This is the dress which I made earlier. The second one is which we made now. The same thing. Bal Gopal's hand goes inside and the frills go down. See? So it is as if Bal Gopal is having a cloth over his body. See? So inches is good. Everybody can see this?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, now who wants to see what?
Mataji,
people with cloth. Is it like this?
With cloth, yes.
Mataji, can you do it again?
Yeah, with cloth, if you do not have... Yeah, 1 second. With a cloth, if you do not have a satin ribbon, forget about that. Again, the same thing we are doing. The same thing as we did for ribbon. We are just going to put the pleat, but the pleat is going to extend again like this, same. Just put randomly also, you can put pleats. See, just pleat it up, pleat it up, pleat it up. And then we are again, just like for the ribbon we stitched, the same way. Yeah, wait 1 second.
Is it like this?
See, for the ribbon, for the with the cloth also, we will go on stitching it. Just put your needle through and stitch one pleat at a time. I did not put. See, you have to just put this pleat and just go on stitching it like this.
Mataji, I want to info 332, Mataji.
Oh, Krishna. Oh. Okay, see, same way as we did for the ribbon. Where am I? Did you spot me?
You are spotted, Mataji.
Yeah. See, same way, Mataji, same way as we did for the ribbon. Same way we are going to do the pleat. Come to the end and then it will come like this. Okay? And then same only one cloth we can have. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to make a PowerPoint and send it with the pictures of stepwise. Is that okay?
Wait, Mataji, if you don't have
Yes, Mataji.
I'll send it, okay?
Okay,
Because now it's getting time for your Devanagari script.
Before that, Preeti Vilasni Mataji.
Yeah.
Mataji, today Jyoti Mataji does not have PPT with her. I sent you PPT. I'm sending you in the room. Please download and share.
No, Mataji. Preeti Vilasni Mataji is taking a class.
Then just now I heard that you are taking the class. Okay, Mataji, wait, Mataji. So then I have to remove her from the room. Okay, and then put you in the room.
And
Mataji, can you check mine?
I will have the PPT open, Mataji. Don't worry.
Okay, so then I'm putting you in the room. I removed from Preeti Vilasni from the room. That's it, right?
Yeah, Preeti Vilasni Mataji.
In the room, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Preeti Vilasni Mataji.
You have to teach? Okay.
Yes.
Hari Bol.
Mataji. Are you a science teacher?
What's that?
This is my Narashima Kavasam class.
Yeah, so we are going to go with Narsimha Kavacham first and then our Devanagari. Everyone is okay. Okay?
Okay, so go get notebooks. Why?
Okay, the protocol is we all chant the Kavacham so far together. Okay? So let's chant.
Are you Sham's teacher?
Yes, Mataji's teacher. Mataji, your voice is not coming, Mataji. Oh, okay. Got it. Here you are. I have to know, where are you? I unmuted you. Oh, okay. Your device went into that room, huh? Yes. You need to exit from there. Okay, we all chant. Okay, Narsimha Kavacham.
No, he said.
Shh, quiet, kids.
Can you read this? Let's go. It's a language is that? Sanskrit. Actually, that's actually English, but this is English.
Mataji, now can you speak?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Okay, no more. Okay, let's all chant together. Narasimha Kavacham Vakshe Prahladeno Ditam Pura
सर्वरक्षाकरण्यं सर्वोपद्रवनाशनं सर्वसन्तहरं चैव स्वर्गमोक्षप्रदां ध्यात्वा नरसिंहं देवेशं हेमसिंहासनस्थं विवृतस्यं त्रिनयनं शरदिन्दुसमप्रभं न्यालिङ्गितवामाङ्गं विभूतिभिरुपाश्रितं चतुर्भुजं कोमलाङ्गं स्वर्णकुण्डलशोभितं सरोजशोभितो रत्नकेयूरमुद्रं निर्मलहासम् महता च विन्यासप्रियमाणं वरान्वितं कवचं पठेत् नरसिंह मे शिरौ पातु गोपीजनसफलं निरस्तध्वनिं नरसिंह मे दृशौ पातु सूर्याग्निलोचनः मे पातु नृहरिः मुनिवर्यस्तुतीर्य नाशं मे सिंहनाशस्तु मुखं लक्ष्मीमुखप्रिय सर्वविद्यादिवः पातु नरसिंहो रसनं मम वक्त्रं पात्विन्दुवदनं सदा प्रह्लादवन्दितः नरसिंहं पातु मे कण्ठं स्कन्दौ भूभृद्गणादकृत् शास्त्रशोभितभुजो नरसिंह पातु मे भुजौ करौ मे देववरदो नरसिंह पातु सर्वतः हृदयं योगी साध्य निवासं पातु मे हरिः मध्यं पातु हिरण्याक्ष वक्षकुक्षिधारणः नाभि मे पातु नृहरिः नाभि ब्रह्म संस्तुतं ब्रह्माण्डस्य हट्यं यस्यास्मात् निकटं गुह्यं मे पातु गुह्यानां मन्त्राणां गुह्यरूपो भवः पातु जनौमि नारद्भद्रे जंगे पातु यो सौन्द्रकेशरी सुरराजप्रद पातु पातु मे सर्वसन्तुष्टं. Okay, now is our today's lesson. So please repeat. Mahograha पूर्वतः पूर्वतः पातु वीराग्रजो अग्नितः महोग्रह पूर्वतः पातु महोग्रह पूर्वतः पातु महोग्रह पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोग्नितः महोग्रह पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोग्नितः पूर्वतः पातु महावीराग्रजोग्नितः महाविष्णुर्दक्षिणे तु महाविष्णुर्दक्षिणे तु महाज्वालस्तु niraratau mahajwalastu nairatau
महाज्वालस्तु निरासौ
nairatau paschime patu sarveshyo
पश्चिमे पादु सर्वेषु
paschime patu sarvesho paschime patu sarvesho
पादु सर्वेषु
दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः
सीमे
दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः
सर्वमुखः
दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः पश्चिमे
सीमे
पातु सर्वेषु
सर्वतोमुखः
दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः
सर्वेषु सीमे सर्वस्तोमुखः
सर्वतोमुखः नृसिंह पातु वायव्याम्
सिंहपादु
पातु वायव्याम् नृसिंह पातु वायव्याम् सौम्याम्भूषण विग्रह सौम्याम्भूषण विग्रह सौम्याम्भूषण विग्रह पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः रिपीट पश्चिमे पातु सर्वेषु दिशि मे सर्वतोमुखः नृसिंह पातु वायव्यां सौम्यभूषण विग्रह नृसिंह पातु वायव्यां सौम्याभूषण विग्रह ईशान्यं पातु भद्रो मे ईशान्यं पातु भद्रो मे ईशान्यं पातु भद्रो मे
भद्रो मे
सर्वमङ्गलदायकः
सर्वमङ्गलदायकः
सर्वमङ्गलदायकः सर्वमङ्गलदायकः ईशान्यं पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः संसार भयतः पातु संसार भयतः पातु संसार भयतः पातु मृत्योर्मृत्युनृकेशरी ईशान्यं पातु भद्रो मे सर्वमङ्गलदायकः संसार भयतः पातु मृत्योर्मृत्युर्नृकेशरी So we do only 3 sets, or how many sets of verses do we complete in a class? We complete the whole thing, or we just do 3 sets of verses?
We do 3 verses, Mataji.
Okay, very good. Okay.
We do 2 verses.
Huh?
2 at a time, Mataji.
2 at a time. Okay, 2 at a time. Okay, so then we have done.
2 verses.
Right? So should we go to the Devanagari script then?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes.
Mataji.
Okay.
Yes, Mataji.
Am I teaching properly?
Mataji.
Okay, let's try sharing the.
Mataji,
Yeah.
what did we do yesterday for Devanagari script?
We are going to do Tha Varga today. So that's what I was given. So I'm just going to share tha varga. This is what we're doing, the tha consonants. She said it's a revision. Okay.
Alexa, come quickly.
Mataji, what did we do?
Yeah.
Like this. Yeah.
I don't know what you did yesterday. Hey, Vinita Mataji.
Had Mataji. Yesterday we didn't have anything.
We didn't have anything yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was a chanting class, so we didn't have Devanagari script yesterday. Okay? Okay. So now everyone knows to write tha?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Have you all tried writing tha?
Yes.
Tha
Yes,
as in
Copy.
taruhu. What is taruhu?
Tree.
Tree. Taruhu is
Mataji,
tree.
have we already done?
No, yeah, we have done this. We are just revising this. I was told we are going to revise
Mataji, I
tha
hear
varga.
you.
Let's do
Yeah.
Mataji, can you show Taruhu?
Mataji,
You want me to
have you
open
done
page?
this before?
Yes, we have done it before. We have done it before.
Are you okay?
Mataji, you're mute.
We have done it before, but we are just revising it now.
Oh, there it is. This is my first time writing this. Huh?
Mataji.
Hold on. Let me
Mataji.
try the desktop.
See the thing, please. I don't know.
Okay.
Should you have a meeting? I'm gonna come at 4 o'clock, okay?
Okay, so what is this? Okay. Ta as in?
Ta.
Taruhu.
Okay. Taruhu. Taruhu is a tree. Okay.
Taruhu means a tree.
Okay. The next one is
Can you show Taruhu?
You're supposed to write a T.
what is that? It's not coming properly. Hold on. Don't see. Okay.
I actually don't.
Hold on. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Okay, so this is tha. So tha with a h sound. Tha. Say that. Tha. Tha. Tha as in tha, mountain.
Thermos.
Mountain. Okay. Next is the. Small the, like that. The. You go like this and write this the. Okay. The as in dantaha, teeth. Dantaha. So far you have learned the, the.
As in Dadi.
The as in Dadi. Very nice. Where is your Dadi? Show me your Dadi.
My Dadi is in India.
Oh, the as in Dadi. Dadi is in India. Okay. The next. Yeah. The. The same. The.
Say dhak.
Dhanush.
Dhakkan.
No, that is later. This is Dhanush. Dhanush. So who holds the Dhanush?
Danuhu.
Yeah. Who? Rama. Yeah, Dhanuhu. The and then the. Hey, the dakkan comes later. Hey, later, man. Da. Okay, now it is only Dhanuhu.
Okay.
Yes.
Keep the word on this.
What happened?
Saket.
Okay. The next one is na. Okay.
Null.
Na.
Say null.
Na as in nabihi. Nabihi is
As in null.
Nalakuvera. Very good. Good one.
Null.
Anything else?
Na as in null.
Null. Very good. Tap.
Na as in null.
Null. Correct.
Null is as the monkey. Null as the monkey.
Nala Neela. The monkey Nala. Very nice. Very nice. Next. So, tha, the, na. That was tavarga. Okay. Next, we are going to pavarga. You're done with the, right? Okay, let's do it together. Tavarga together. Okay. the, na. Okay. The next one is pa varga.
Patang. Pa se patang.
Patang. Pa as in paranam. Paranam is leaf. Okay. Paranam. The next one is, what is this? Tell me. I want to see who's going to tell this. What is this? It is okay. So you write it like this. Pa. In Sanskrit, there is no pa.
Mataji, can you
Yes.
go back to pa?
Yes.
The word, what's the word for pa?
Okay. Pa is phala. It is not phal. It is phal. Phala. In Sanskrit, it is phala. In Hindi, it is phal. Okay?
No.
Phala. You're very hungry. Even I am hungry. I'm always hungry. Okay. Phala. That is Sanskrit. In Hindi, it is phal. Okay? So, phala. Oh, tell me one verse that has phala. Phala. Patram. Yes. Very good. So Krishna wants patram from small pa. Patram, this pa. Pushpam also small pa. Correct? Pushpam, small pa. Phalam, the second pa. Okay. Patram, pushpam, the first pa. Phala is the second pa. Okay. The third one is ba. Tell someone from ba.
Laksha Bandira.
Bakaha.
Bakaha. Okay, which asura is
Bakasura.
What is Bakaha?
Bakasura.
What?
Bakasura.
Bakaha is goat.
Bakaha means
No questions.
duck.
Go bird.
Okay, someone had a question. Don't shout. Someone had a question. Who was that?
Question.
No.
Yes, you can go ahead with your question.
When is it gonna be after Govinda class?
So you're tired of going the class. It's going to end in 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. The next one is bha. Pa, bha, ba, ma. Right? So the next one is bha. Bhasha. Bhasha is language. Bhalu. Very good.
Bhasha. Bhalu.
Ta. Brata.
Mayuraha.
Rishabhanu. Correct. Bhanu. Correct.
Mayura.
Mayura. The next one is ma. Mayuraha. Okay, listen. Can we all keep silence for 1 second? 1 second. Can we all keep silence? Very good. So let's say tha varga and pa varga together. Okay, can we do that? Ta, ta, da, ta, na,
Appa. Dabba. Ma.
Next,
La.
pa,
La.
ma, ma. Ta, ta, da, da, na, pa, ba, ma. Okay. Okay, tell me one word for ma.
Bandira.
Mayuraha.
Mayuraha.
One word for na. One word for na.
Show. Naraha.
Naraha. Very good. Very good.
Maya.
Namo Narayana.
Vataha.
Very good. Okay. And should we do one more?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Papa, Baba, Ma, and then what was next?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here I love a sha. We're almost done. Okay, yeah.
Yantram.
This is love.
Lakshmi.
Very good. Va for Vataha. Vataha is the Sh for Okay, listen. Whose name has sh? This sh.
Subhadra.
Krishna. Krishna has this sh. Who has this sh?
Yeah, it does.
He has it, Mataji.
Very good. Shad Bujam. Okay. Okay. Listen. Who has 6? What is the meaning of Shad Bujam? Can someone tell me?
Hexagon.
Okay. Hexagon. Shad Bujaha.
षट्कोण.
Yes. Okay. Shad Bujaha means 6 arms. Who's Shad Buja?
Vishnu.
Shiva. Very good. So as in Sagara.
You can also call it Samundar. Samundar.
As in Hasta.
Hari.
Sh. Okay, tell me one word. Listen. Tell me one word with Nia.
Jnanam.
Very good. Okay, stop. Everyone listen. Ya, ra, la, va, cha, sha, ta, ha, sha, ra, nia. Question for you. One question, listen. Do we have la? We have la for Lakshmi. Do you have la?
No.
No. Sanskrit, no la. Okay? Okay, we are done for the class. It's time to end the class. So we will meet tomorrow.
How about
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Bye.